Okay, so we said that when we have mixed operations, you've got to think of BODMAS and stick to those rules or those order of calculations. Okay, so we have already done exercise 1. Let's look at exercise 2. Sorry, example. 2. So basically over here, we know that the... Did we do this one? So we just got to do number 3. Okay, so let's do 3. Over here, that 3 and the x must be multiplied in with this bracket, right? So the 3 times the x is going to give me 3x to the power of 2. 3x times y will give me positive 3xy. Everyone fine with that? Okay, now over here, not just the 2y, but the full minus 2y must be multiplied in with both the x and the negative y. Do you guys understand that? Okay. So what we'd have here is minus 2y times x is going to give me minus 2xy. And you'll see that I write it in alphabetical order so that I can see much easier which ones are like terms. Are you guys late?
Sorry, ma'am, we thought we had a superlative and a teacher guided. So we had to go to the office last week.
Minus 2y times minus y. Remember, you're in grade 9 now. We don't get lost, no? Minus 2y times minus y will give me positive 2y squared. Okay, now we've got to look for like terms. Can you see that these middle two have got the same unknowns? They both have x and y as an unknown, right? Okay, so if we simplify this, the 3x squared is going to stay like it is because there weren't any like terms there. Then 3xy minus 2xy will give me 1xy, but you can just say xy. If you want, you could write the 1 there, but it's not necessary. Then the 2y squared didn't have any other like terms, so that will stay 2y squared. Any questions? Okay, yes.
Could you say that like 3x times 2x, would that equal like 6x?
3x times 2x. If I multiply the coefficients, the 3 and the 2, I would get 6. But the x times that x will become x to the power of 2. Okay. Any other questions here? Okay. Right. So, as I said, yeah?
So example 3 with minus 2y in bracket.
Yeah?
So it's going to be minus 2y times x.
Yes.
And that is minus 2
X,
x.
y. Yeah?
Then it's going to be
Minus 2y times minus y.
So
And that's why it becomes positive 2y squared.
what happens to y?
The y times y becomes y squared. Are you fine? Okay. I just quickly want to see something. I think I'm going to add another example here. Okay. So over here, same thing. I am going to multiply in, and let me just, let's add this one in too. Yeah, okay. So first things first, I'm going to multiply in this 2, right? So the 2 times x will give me 2x. Then 2 times the 4 is going to give me 8. Now what happens here?
It's a minus 1.
It's actually a minus 1. And that minus 1 must be multiplied in. So minus 1 times x is going to give me minus x or minus 1x. No? Then minus 1 times minus 8 will give me positive 8. Then this part, very important. You cannot use these two together yet, because what does BODMAS tell me? I first have to get rid of the brackets. And that bracket is the same as this, minus x times minus x. Do you guys agree? Okay, so let's put a blue minus in front. That represents this negative. Okay, right. So BODMAS tells me first sort out your brackets. So I'm going to have that minus stays. Minus x times minus x will become a positive x. Now, do you guys understand? No, sorry, what about this? So positive x squared, and then it becomes negative because of this negative in front. Okay. Do not think that I can sort out those two first, because then you're going to end with a positive, which isn't true. Okay? Stick to BODMAS. First sort out your brackets. Okay. So this will then be minus x squared. Now we go look for like terms. Now, it won't be wrong if you end with an x squared, but remember what I said beginning of this year? I'm starting to train you for grade 12. So get into the habit of, you guys know unknowns, we write in alphabetical order when we've got more than one. So instead of saying yx, we rather talk about xy. Then another thing is, start getting into the habit of writing your terms in descending powers of x. Okay, so I'm going to start with that negative x squared. Remember, the sign right in front of it is attached to it. It's part of that term. Okay, now let's look at the x's. I've got 2x minus x, which means that I will have just x, or 1x. Okay, and then we have 8 plus 8, which will be 60.
Man can also be 6 plus 16 minus 65.
What did you want to say? 6?
Can it also be x plus 16 minus 65?
Yes, it won't be wrong. You'd still get your mark. But as I said, I'm trying to train you for grade 12 because it just gets more complicated every year. So then once you're in the habit of writing it at descending powers, then you see stuff quicker and easier. Okay. Right. Any other questions? Okay, then your homework is going to be exercise. Yeah. Say again. I will. I just want to get the homework so that those that are finished can carry on. You're going to have number 1 up until 4. So that whole exercise. Okay? And I did warn you guys yesterday, so some of you might have started already. Some of you have almost finished. Okay, so that is then your homework. Use the time now. We're not going to sit and chat. It's classwork. And whatever's not done when the bell rings becomes homework. Okay.